Episode 1, intention is everything. So I know a lot of you watching are not Muslim and you're not fasting. If this is the case, I would highly suggest just going to ChatGPT and typing in what is Ramadan and then why do Muslims fast. I was actually pleasantly surprised at how decent of a breakdown it gave. But I want to share with you my perspective on what fasting means to me so that you have a basis of where I'm coming from when we go through these episodes. For me, I've always felt like I achieve the highest level of clarity and focus when my day is not revolved around food. So when you're literally not eating and you have the least amount of energy just to function, you start becoming very careful about how and where you spend that energy. I end up analyzing every interaction, discussion, conversation, argument, task, decision, whatever I have to do that day, I start putting it under a microscope because I'm so particular about where I spend my energy. In the first week of Ramadan, I learned very quickly who and what are not worth my time. And in that process, I actually realized I don't speak as much because I literally don't have the energy to speak. And when you're not speaking as much, you tend to listen more. So to me, that's the most beautiful part of Ramadan, the chance to reset and refocus, refresh, kind of cleanse my mind, body, and soul. And it actually makes me much more productive and focused. As a creative who makes music in particular, I typically step away from the studio and from my creative process during Ramadan. I mean, whether you think music is haram or halal, we can all agree that it has addictive properties. So when I'm trying to reset and refocus, historically, I like to just put that all aside. Each Ramadan, I also take it as an opportunity to renew and refresh my intentions with my career as a musician. So every year I reflect on my art, I reflect on the permissibility of what I'm doing in Islam. Is it halal? Is it benefiting people? Is my intention as pure as possible? Is what I'm doing actually bringing me closer to Allah? Because that's the ultimate goal in everything that I do as a creative. Man, you wouldn't believe I stay up for nights on end, stressing, crying, trying to figure out, is what I'm doing right? Is what I'm doing best for me? Is it best for my family? And so each Ramadan, I also touch base with my shuyukh and my mentors and just other people that I trust to try to make sure that my intention is correct, that it's realigned, that I didn't completely go off track in the past year and lose sight of what the goal is. So I mentioned earlier that I typically step away from my music and my writing, my creative process during Ramadan, but I got some clarity this year from some of my mentors and shuyukh about why I do what I do and what my intention is. And once I was able to again refocus, clarify that intention, I realized this year that my heart's changed a little bit. I'm actually bringing back my creativity in Ramadan on the condition that I first realign my intention. And if my intention is where I think it needs to be, then opening up my creativity in Ramadan in a month that's so divine and so inspirational can only work wonders for my creativity, for the inspiration, for really digging deep into my emotions and into truth, which is the basis for everything that I write. And that's where this series came about. I realized something in my heart changed this year, and I think it's going to be for the better. I think bringing my creativity into Ramadan with a clear intention could open up a whole new world for me. I mean, the depth of love and truth that we find in Ramadan on a spiritual, physical, and mental level is more inspiration than any artist could ever ask for. If you benefited from anything in this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you think something in here could help someone else, please share it with them. And keep an eye on your inbox for the next episode.